Hey Jeff, what did you kind of work on this off season with Coach P on your own in terms of things to improve upon in terms of your game?
We really just went over my decision making and ways that I could execute the offense better, slow the game down. We made a big emphasis on just watching film and learning, and I made a big emphasis for myself to learn more about the protections, so I can be in more control of the offense.
Next question comes from Rod McKenzie from 247 Sports.
Hey, Jeff, is there any difference going out there now knowing that you're the starting quarterback as opposed to last year when you had to go out and win the job?
No, because at the end of the day, competition is always going to be there. So in my head, I'm working like I'm still trying to win the starting job and just going out there and getting better each day and showing what I can do.
Next question comes from Jeff Schultz from The Athletic.
Jeff, athletes often talk about the game slowing down for them as they get more familiar with it. I'm just wondering I realize we're only in spring ball, but just what your comfort level is right now being on the field and trying to operate in the offense compared to what it was a year ago.
Yeah, it definitely feels way more comfortable than last year just because I've grown in the offense and I've learned it better. And there's still things that I can learn, but just going out there, having the confidence that I can check plays, check the protection, and know like exactly what the defense is doing is really helping because we can get the offense moving. I can slow it down, I can speed it up, and it's really just helping because I have more control of the offense.
Next question from Ken Segura from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution.
Hey Jeff, if I can test your memory here a little bit, what's one throw you made last year that you were really proud of, and one throw that you kind of can't bear to watch, and kind of what happened with both?
I would say one throw I made that I was really proud of last year was probably, I would definitely say the Florida State game. I had stepped up in the pocket and Quez was running down the sideline. I hit him on the sideline. That play, to me, that was big because the defensive end was right there, and I've been working on getting balls over their heads and dropping it in the bucket. So it just showed me that the work paid off and it happened in the game. And then a throw that I wish I could like do over, I'd probably say, if I can think, it would definitely be the interception I threw versus Pitt, because the defense, they played a coverage that me and Coach P was going over all week. And they got me with it first play. And I feel like I should have noticed that better and slowed down and not try to rush the ball.
The one that Jamal like down the seam, is that the
Jalen? Yes.
Jalen, excuse me. Yeah, thank you.
Next question comes from Allison Mastrangelo from WSB TV.
I know it's only spring ball, and right now you're projected to be the starter, but what are you working on specifically right now to just even sharpen your skills for this next step, second season?
Just being more consistent. So trying to get for this next season, trying to get my completion percentage up. So just being more consistent with the ball, taking my checkdowns and just getting completions and moving the offense down the field.
Another question from Kelly Quinlan from Rivals.
Jeff, you have some new receivers and some guys back that you didn't get to work with in the spring. Just kind of what are you seeing from guys like Carrick McAllen and then Avery Boyd, Ryan King, those guys that you probably didn't get to work with a ton in the fall that are back?
Yeah, Carrick, he's a beast. I mean, he's a player that you would love to have on the field. And he's a workaholic. He's always in the film room watching, trying to learn the offense, and he's a great player. Avery's been doing the same thing since fall, just going out there and dominating, using his speed, using his big body to advantage. And then Ryan, he's coming off an injury, so he's still trying to get back into things, but Ryan's going to be a beast.
Next question is from Jeff Schultz from The Athletic.
Yeah, I also was going to ask about receivers, but I'll just follow that up. Any of the particular guys, the newcomers, maybe next year, or guys coming back from this year who you think might have a really big impact receiver-wise for you next year?
I feel like all the receivers are they're gonna make a big factor in this team. But I can definitely tell that Dono and Malachi, they're gonna be two dominant receivers outside. And then PJ coming back, he'll be in the slot and he'll be a dominant slot guy. So all the receivers are coming back all the receivers that are coming back, they'll be a big factor, and then the new receivers are adding to it.
Okay, we'll go ahead and take one last question for Jeff from Ken Segura.
Hey, Jeff, Coach Pano was saying how you spent a lot of time in his office, whether with him or with the other guys, watching tape and so forth. And he mentioned like there were some other teams and NFL teams that you guys have been watching. What are some of the things that maybe what did you learn from watching other teams play?
Really, we watched the Buffalo Bills to see how just to look at Josh Allen's technique and mechanics of how he throw the ball and the power that he throws with. And then on my own time, I spent some time watching Aaron Rodgers just to see how he conduct his offense, and his offense moves the ball so smoothly, just to see how he sits back there so calm and just goes over the game and goes through his progressions.